Well, welcome to fans banter. Welcome to our match reaction to Liverpool Sunderland versus Liverpool. That was played last night. Liverpool got a 1-0 win. We'll go through how I saw that game. Then we'll have some of the player ratings, and then we'll have man of the match, and then I'll tell you what's coming up next on fans banter. So hopefully you stick till the end, and if you do stick till the end and you enjoy the video, please give us a thumbs up or think of subscribing to the channel. It'll help us out greatly. Yeah, but first, the game last night, I thought it was a really good game. I thought Liverpool played very well last night. They played in the first half the way I would hope they would have approached the City game, but unfortunately they didn't. But overall, I think it was an excellent performance by Liverpool. It was a much needed win, to be quite honest, because it helps us close the gap on the teams above us and puts us, I won't say in a good position to qualify for the Champions League, but it certainly keeps that alive. And I think that it was a very important win to not let the teams below us get too close and not let the teams above us get too far away from us. So yeah, much needed win for Liverpool at Sunderland, which obviously is not an easy place to go because they have been remained unbeaten until last night, that is, in the Premiership. So yeah, good win for Liverpool, good team performance and an excellent performance by our defence. Midfield was really good. I thought the forward line was a bit weak last night, in fairness, but overall an excellent team performance. So how did I think the players went in the game? What would I rate them? Well, that's what I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to move on to the player ratings. Yeah, so we'll start with our goalkeeper, Allison. And how did he do last night? Well, I thought he had an excellent game, to be quite honest. I thought he looked a little bit more self-assured than he has, than he did in the Man City game. Everything he did well. He controlled his area very well. He was good at corners. He came for some balls and got the punch on them, relieved some of the pressure on the defence. So yeah, it was an excellent game. Didn't have too much to do, but what he did very well. What he had to do, he did very well. So for Allison last night, I'm gonna go for uh, 6.5. 6.5 for Allison. I think he deserves that. It was a good performance, very solid from him. So next up, who do we have? We have our captain Virgil van Dijk. Of course, Virgil van Dijk gets the winning goal. But besides that, I think he had an excellent performance. He patrolled the defence very well, controlled everything that Sunderland had to throw at them. Yes, so an excellent performance from Van Dijk, and for him, I've gone for an 8.5. So excellent performance. Up next, we have Konaté. I don't know what they've put in Konaté's water lately, but he's been excellent for the last few games. He almost looks like the Konaté of last season. So self-assured, so strong in defence. No matter, again, like Virgil van Dijk, no matter what they threw at him, he handled it very well. I thought he stood up to the physical challenge very well and won it on nearly every occasion. So an excellent performance from Konaté. Really pleased to see he's playing so well. For Konaté, I've gone for an 8. Andy Robertson, excellent performance from Andy Robertson, which underlines my opinions he should be starting. Although Kirkes has done well, in fairness to him, but surely there's a world where we can play Andy Robertson and Kirkes in the same team in certain games. He deserves to play more football. I thought his performance last night was absolutely excellent. You can see the difference down the left. He looks confident. I think probably Konaté and Virgil van Dijk maybe a little bit extra more confident with Robertson playing beside him. But yeah, overall for Robertson last night, excellent performance and a good 7 from Robertson. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So Endo, oh poor Endo. I feel so sorry for this guy. He's had to wait so long for an opportunity to get a start in the Premiership, and I thought last night he was absolutely perfect. Perfect is the word I'm going to put on him for the time that he was on the pitch. So sorry to see him having to go off injured. He looked in a bad way. We hope he gets a quick recovery from that. But yeah, everything he did last night, he did well. He played it simple. He kept it simple, and simple sometimes just works. Self-assured, really good performance from Endo. So Endo, a 7 for the time that he was on the pitch, and we really do wish him a speedy recovery. McAllister. I thought McAllister played well. He was busy in midfield, not doing anything special, but I did think he got around the pitch well. Good solid performance from McAllister in midfield, and it did help Liverpool sort of control the game in the first half. So for McAllister, it's a 7 from me. So Gravenberch, good game. Like McAllister, nothing special. Just did everything very well. Very solid in midfield. Got around the pitch very well. Testament to his physical abilities, really, that he can play in his position game after game after game at such a high level of intensity. So yeah, for him, it's a 7 also. Lots of 7s for Liverpool tonight. I thought it was a really good, solid team performance. Up next, we have Wirtz. Excellent, beautiful footballer. We've said it over and over and over again. Unlucky probably not to get a goal last night, but yeah, solid performance from Wirtz. Just keeps getting better and better. 7.5 from me for Wirtz. Salah. Busy, not great. Not a great performance from Salah. What I did like about Salah last night, he looks like he's really trying to turn things around. Yeah, he was very active. He was back defending a lot of the times, which he sometimes gets criticised for. So, yeah, for that, we're going to give Salah a 7. I think he deserves a 7 tonight. It was a good performance from Salah. Not great. Look, we're judging Salah from our very high standards, and that's probably why sometimes my marks are a little bit low for Salah because of the standard that he has set over the years. But yeah, I think last night he deserves a 7. Cody Gakpo. To be quite honest with you, Cody Gakpo did very well last night. He showed another little dimension to his game. He tried to take the full back on the outside. He could inside when he could. I thought he linked up with Robertson better than he does with Kerkez. That's something we have to look at as well. So yeah, for the time that he was on the pitch, I thought he did very well. So we're going for a 7 for Cody Gakpo as well. So good performance from Cody Gakpo. Ekitike, not one of Ekitike's best performances, I think. He looked leggy, he looked tired. He probably could have been taken off 10-15 minutes before Arne Slot actually took him off. But it's hard to be critical of Ekitike. Probably like Kerkez, as the manager mentioned beforehand, that Kerkez is playing a lot of football. That's why Andy Robertson started instead of Kerkez tonight. Yeah, I think some of the games are probably beginning to take the toll on Ekitike. So for Ekitike last night, just a 6.5. Not his best performance in a Liverpool shirt, but understandable because he's come up such a level from where he's come from, and to play with that intensity week in, week out, obviously is going to take its toll at some stage. And I think last night we saw that. I think it took a toll on him last night. So Arne Slot, the manager. Not the team that I would have put out, not the team I had predicted that Arne Slot would put out. I would have preferred to see Kerkez playing. But I would prefer to have seen Andy Robertson on the right. Now, I do have to say that in hindsight, he probably got that right because Endo had such a good game, and unfortunately, he's now injured. The curse of the right backs, that's 4 that have started at right back this season, have all got injured. But yeah, I think it was a solid enough performance from our manager in the team selection. I thought he was a bit slow on the substitutions. Which is something that seems to be a recurring problem with Arne Slot. I think he just waits a little bit too long to bring in fresh players, Ekitike being the prime example. I thought he could have come off earlier. So when he took Cody Gakpo off and defaulted to the Curtis Jones thing midfield to shore up the midfield with strength to try and defend the 1-0 win, I thought it might have been a good game sort of to take off Cody Gakpo, to bring on Rio, to give the legs up front as well, because I thought when he took off Cody Gakpo we sort of fell back a little bit, and that just invited Sunderland onto us. He could have took off Cody Gakpo, replaced him with Rio, and he could have maybe took off, let's just say, McAllister, and put Jones in the middle of the park as well to give that extra legs, extra speed in midfield at that time of the game, and then you would have Rio as an outlet to sort of push Sunderland back a little bit and maybe probably go on and score a second goal. But he didn't do those things, and that's the manager's choice. I understand that, but I do think taking off Cody Gakpo and putting on Curtis Jones in midfield just sort of invited Sunderland onto Liverpool just a little bit too much for my liking. But as it worked out, everything was fine and dandy. We got the 1-0 win that we really, really, really needed. So yeah, you can't complain when the manager wins. We can nitpick and say, I prefer to do this, I prefer to do that. But at the end of the day, the manager makes the choices. He lives and dies on the choices that he makes. I would just have preferred to see Liverpool remain a little bit more attacking in that phase of the game and not invite Sunderland to come onto us so much, which we have done in previous games also, by the way. So for the manager, I think a 7. I think a 7 is much deserved for the manager. I thought it was overall was an okay team and a good performance really from the manager. Just a bit slow in the substitutions. Excuse me. So we move on to man of the match, and man of the match, our captain Virgil van Dijk. You know what? Just narrowly pips Konaté for man of the match because Konaté had a sterling performance in the back line. But because Virgil also played well at the back line and he got the goal, which gave us the 1-0 win, I go for Virgil as man of the match for Sunderland versus Liverpool. Yep, Virgil man of the match for me in last night's game. So what have we got coming up next on Fans Banter? Well, tonight we're going to do a watch along of Brentford versus Arsenal. We hope that you can join us for that. We will also be doing a watch along of Brighton versus Liverpool at the weekend, and we hope you can join us for that too. Well, until then, take care, cheerio, look after yourselves, and stay safe.